to Princess in order to be meeting today. I'm also glad that we recognize each other as august writers.
I agree. Remember the last time the three of us were together?
Yes, I do. It must have been years ago, back when we were invited to Lincoln's.
In honor of the Civil War coming to a close, I've decided to invite two esteemed writers to my humble home to dine for luncheon on this fine afternoon. My guests are satisfied with the menu that my chef has selected for us today. I believe that we are having a serving of hearty wild-rice soup to start. Next, we should dive into some finger sandwiches. Scrumptious. Our sides will be mashed potatoes, creamed corn, and our freshly baked bread with freshly churned butter. Some of the best I've ever had. All of this shall be washed down with a tall glass of tea. And lastly, we shall have some apple pie. There's nothing more American than apple pie. I think I hear a knock on the door. It must be one of my guests. How exciting. Emily has just arrived from her little house in Amherst, where she spent the past few hours peering out of her curtains. It took a lot of convincing to get her to come. I wonder what's so exciting about the street outside her house. I'm surprised that Herman even agreed to come and dine with us tonight. He's always so pessimistic about everything. Okay, that's everybody. Who's that? I didn't invite anyone else here tonight. Walt, Whitman? I didn't even invite him. He just showed up. He's always up for a party, but is always the last to arrive. I don't even know how he found out about this. Let's just hope he doesn't stand up on a soapbox all night. It's just like him to show up unexpected. Well, all right. I guess he can stay. I can't say no to someone at my door. Don't just loiter there. Come in. Make yourselves at home. Come sit at the dining table. Please sit.
I can't stay quiet any longer. I am Walt Whitman, but you already knew that, didn't you? Did I mention my name is Walt Whitman? The Walt Whitman.
Actually, not everyone in the world is familiar with your name, Walt. I am Herman Melville.
Interesting. I've yet to come across someone who hasn't heard of my name. Perhaps you're familiar with my recent poetry collection, The Leaves of Grass.
Emily?
Hello, my name is Emily Dickinson.
Okay, now that we've finished our introductions, feel free to begin eating your soup. It's very, very delicious. Let's address the elephant in the room, the Civil War.
This war is disastrous. No good will ever come from these frivolous battles. It's all corruption. Corruption of morality, of human souls.
No, War strengthens a nation. We will prosper and we will grow. How could you say that? War purifies the soul.
You couldn't be more wrong. You don't know what treachery I saw when I visited the battlefields.
I don't? Is that so? I served as a military nurse. I cared for the wounded soldiers, including my very own brother. I was at the very heart of the real America. Over these 3 years, I must have visited tens of thousands of wounded soldiers. There's hope for all I say.
Agree to disagree.
Gentlemen, please remain calm. The truth of the matter is that slavery lies at the heart of this war. With the end of war comes the end of slavery.
Well, I must say, the soup is quite good.
I believe we've already established that, but thank you for your comment. Well, let's settle down. Perhaps we should have a taste of these delicious finger sandwiches. Potato salad and egg salad are the two varieties we have today. Well, time for a change of topic. Walt and Emily, you both have something in common. Poetry.
Excuse me? I'm also a poet.
You call this little lady a poet? I am Walt Whitman, spokesman of the masses and the prophet of progress. If you want my respect, why don't you show me some of your work?
I do not prefer to share my poetry. You share yours openly, over my dead body. Or else a poet I shall be shoddy. You call yourself a true poet, and yet you definitely do not show it. You are full of carelessness, and speak with the words of fearlessness.
I think that's the most I've ever heard her speak in the past score.
Yes, I agree, but more like 7 years ago.
What a jocular comment.
Well, I'll have you know that I am currently working on a new piece. Oh, the mortification you must feel for not having any words to share.
Is he always so incessant?
No need to accost each other. This is a civil lunch.
Very well. What brought our company to your home?
Sorry about that interruption. Please continue eating.
This bread is as dry as my life.
Well, why don't you add some butter? It was freshly made this morning. This is a grave time for our country. The war has created a dangerous divide.
Why, of course. The war is nothing less than a conflagration.
I wouldn't reach that far. Anyway, my dear guests, after General Lee surrendered 2 days ago, all eyes are on the White House. My presidential address is tonight, and this war will be written down in history. You are some of the most influential writers of America.
Why, of course we are. We're wonderful. And I'm not sure that I would include Miss Dickinson in the generalization.
Why don't you let the president finish? Maintain decorum, if you will.
As I was saying, the war will be written down in history. It is time to resolve our differences, strengthen our nation, and develop.
The war cannot be softened. No romantic form can placate the treachery of the war. It's no story. It is reality.
That's true. The age of majestic heroes is over, but the heroes of war must be honored. I hope you will respect my wishes.
Certainly.
Please inform us if any other thoughts arise. Emily, any last words? This may be the last chance you'll have to grace the president.
To respect your wishes is my pleasure. Humbly, I accept this treasure.
Well, it's been an honor to have you all in my home. Thank you. Bye, all.
It's unbelievable how things have changed since then. I learned a lot working part-time at the hospital. Still, those troops showed a lot of dauntlessness, bravery, and heroism.
I will not acquiesce with you. The war only revealed humanity's basic evil and that human nature has been stripped bare.
Let's not start again. Perhaps we simply reminisce old memories rather than try to fight. Do you think Emily will let us in?
Who knows? The only person that could sway her was our president. May he rest in peace.
Gentlemen, I do not desire company.
We come in a peaceful manner, only to have a small reunion.
If you must stay, then make it haste. I desire to get back to my poetry that has great taste.
We will try and speak with haste, but we hope that you may enjoy our company by the day's end.
Would you wish for some tea?
That would be lovely.
Please seat yourself.
Wow, I was not expecting her to let us in.
I know, but on the contrary, this is a wonderful house.
That's very true. I wonder what Emily is up to these days, locked away in her home.
Well, it's mostly the same type of writing, but this new era is intriguing.
Oh, you've returned.
I have returned. Please help yourself to the seat.
Well, yes, it is a very interesting switch. Romanticism's popularity with the new writers is many. Even my writings have incorporated a little bit of this trend with "Oh Captain, My Captain," but it's only the greatest poem I've ever written.
I suppose so. I also wrote an elegy titled "The Martyr" to honor President Lincoln's purpose. However, the new writers implement such an odd vernacular. I came across a short novel of Mice and Men a few weeks ago. The language and style were nothing like I've ever seen before. It was very informal and, in my opinion, very unprofessional. Oh, how the world is degrading.
I suppose I can see where you're coming from, but the friendship between George and Lenny is admirable. That kind of relationship is one I aspire to maintain with both of you.
You know, Emily, you remind me of Crooks from that novel. Similar to his isolation in the barn house, you stay in your house almost all the time.
My isolation is my protection. Speaking of isolation, you guys have overstayed your welcome.
Well, we appreciate your hospitality.
Yes, thank you, and it was really nice to see you again.
This is why I'm not married. Gentlemen, I do not need why are you laughing?
That was so good! Are you actually?
Is that so? I served as a military.
Sorry.
You just said it.
You're like, I said I was military nurse. I can't for the women's soldiers.
Hold up.
No, you can stop it.
I'm really bad at my job.
Are we just gonna keep it running and then
Very good.